Yeah.
They said.
Well, you're on
so,
quarantine for what?
Tuberculosis.
For why? So why the hell are you here in court if you're in quarantine for tuberculosis?
Because if I don't go to court,
Charged
I
here
have a
with
warrant.
a 30 So you're going to give everybody
assault,
TB?
family violence, which carries with it up to 10 years from prison if convicted. Are you getting a lawyer?
Yes.
Who?
I don't know.
No.
I just had tuberculosis, so I wasn't able to work.
Look, I'm looking here at the multi-purpose bond. So you got a bondsman out of Orange County in April, okay? May, June, July. 3 months have gone by. You don't have a lawyer yet?
No, I had tuberculosis. I was on quarantine. I wasn't able to work.
Okay, you were able to afford $20,000 on a bond. We don't wait for you. We move forward. And if you're not on the ship leaves. That's the way it is. And we got too many cases filed every week. So where are you working?
I'm not working right now. Just
What do you do?
Quarantine. I was on quarantine with tuberculosis.
Well, when are you going to start working?
When they let me out quarantine.
When is that?
They said in November. I asked them the same thing.
Yeah.
They said.
Well, you're on quarantine for what?
Tuberculosis.
For why? So why the hell are you here in court if you're in quarantine for tuberculosis?
Because if I don't come to court, then I have a warrant.
So you're going to give everybody TB?
So I'm not supposed to come to court.
Or you're supposed to wait? There are certain things you don't do. I see. You don't go out and get a lawyer, but you come to court where everybody else is dealing with their cases. Does that make sense to you?
So
What did your bondsman? Did your bondsman say you got tuberculosis? Go.
no,
What did your doctor say about it?
on quarantine.
What does that mean to you?
Not to go on.
But you're here, so you disobeyed your doctor's order. Why don't you even have a mask if you've got tuberculosis, sir? Sit over there. Sit over there, right over there. You're in quarantine. You're quarantined over there. That's terrible. You don't have any common sense to do better than that? The doctor ordered you to do certain things, so you quite naturally come to court and expose everybody else to tuberculosis? Or whatever it is, you know? But you're able to. You can't go get a lawyer. You can't take care of your business in your criminal case, but you show up to expose everybody else in the community.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You don't work, right? You don't have a job because you can't. You're quarantined, but here you are. You've unquarantined yourself for this. There is always an excuse not to come to court. That is a good excuse if it's for medical purposes. It's always, that's common sense. It doesn't even have to, it's so well known, it doesn't even have to be written in the book because everybody on the planet except you knows about it. Just, why would you hurt other people or expose other people? Just give each person the respect that they are owed, and that is don't expose them to a serious illness. I want you to go outside, sit, and we're going to go bring you a resetting. And when does the doctor say you're not under quarantine?
Well, I have to take the medicine until November, so I'm just waiting until they clear me.
Like every day they could clear you, or when?
Any day.
Huh?
Any day they can clear me.
All right. This case involves an Amber Robinson. Who is that?
That's the mother of my children.
Okay. Where is she?
I'm taking she's at home with my kids.
You don't know.
No,
Where do you live?
I live in Orange.
Okay. That's different from where she lives.
Yes.
You know you can't have any contact with her.
Yeah.
Do you have a GPS device
Yes.
on you?
Yes.
Let me see it.
It's not on you?
Well, like my phone. This the only thing I have GPS on.
That's not, no, it's supposed to be attached to you.
Oh no, I don't have it.
Yeah, you do. That's
No, I don't.
ordered. I just ordered it.
Okay, right now it is. All right.
In every case like this, it's ordered so that we know you're not going to see somebody.
Okay.
Because you can sit your phone there and go around town. When the court orders, like it orders in every case like this, a GPS device, you have to have it on your person. So we know where you are at all times. You have 48 hours to do that. And I want to see receipt of it, or else I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
We're going to send you a resetting for 30 days. You call us and tell us what the status is. Also, we want something from the doctor, from your doctor, giving us a status. This is an important case. We're not going to wait around.
Okay.
And you're going to follow the rules. Here's the court orders of the day. All right. That's where you're confined. You shall not leave that location except to see your doctor or to get food. You understand?
Yes.
Or to come to court. You have to have a GPS device. I want a GPS device. I said 48, you got 24 hours because I don't trust you after reading this. Especially when you have previously been convicted of a similar offense. You don't treat a lady like this. Of course, that's an allegation. You're going to be, I want to know what the status is in 30 days. I want a doctor's updated report brought to this court before your next court date and provided for us. And if you're unable to appear in court, we'll reset it. But I want to know, I want updates. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because you're slipping through the cracks. And I know that's what you want to do, but you've done something that you really don't want. And that is you have my attention, my 100% attention for you. Get a GPS device. You fail to do any of these things, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Your bond will be zero. You will sit it out in jail, sequestered, I guess, until you can be allowed with the other inmates. But until we can dispose of this, that's where you will be if you don't follow these rules. Do you understand?
Yes.
Your nonchalance doesn't cut it with me. You got there's a serious illness we're talking about, and a serious case that you have allegedly repeated. And you're sashaying through life thinking those aren't important, but I'm going to make sure you understand and appreciate they are, because it seems like you really don't care about others. It's only about the guy in the mirror. Get a reset. You're Jose Espinosa.
Yes, sir.
Here in cause number 235207. And earlier, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Dusler, earlier.
Yes, sir.
You pleaded guilty to the state jail felony of theft. A pre-sentence report has been prepared. If the parties had an opportunity to review it,
Yes,
any
sir.
corrections or changes? It's made a part of the record for all purposes, and I presume state no changes.
No, Your Honor.
The agreement is whatever sentence shall not exceed a cap of 18 months in the state jail. Please note the issues here. We've got a burglary of a building in 2015 where the defendant was on deferred or unadjudicated probation. That was revoked. He was sentenced to 15 months in the state jail. In 2019, he was revoked on February 8th of 2019, 15 months in the state jail. Go ahead.
Judge, as the report indicates, that appears to be the only criminal history that he has. And as he stated before, he was involved in drugs back then, but he's let that happen. He's gone to safety, and my understanding is all that's been successfully completed. He's got a lot going for him right now. He has a family that he takes care of regularly. He works at Dow Chemical and Maintenance Department. He's been attending LIT, where he is very close to completion as a process operator. So he's got a lot going for him, and probation I think is appropriate for this young man. I will also point out that there were two co-defendants involved in this. One was his brother and another man named Gustavo Vargas. Both of them have already received probation on this case. And his situation, he was the driver of the vehicle after the theft had been committed. So he wasn't actually involved in the taking of the items, even though he admits to knowing what they were doing and was the driver. So I don't feel like that his participation is any worse, and maybe even to a lesser extent than the other people who receive probation. And he's got so much going for him in his life right now. We think that he could successfully complete probation. That's what I asking for to do.
Your Honor, the defendant's previously received 15 months. He's had a chance for probation on the burglary building case. He was not able to comply with the terms then, not reporting, pleading true to not reporting, as well as
I know.
not being able to stay in the county. Your Honor, also him failing to appear, and after committing this offense on December 22nd, 2022. I don't believe the defendant's a good candidate for complying with terms of probation or following the rules. The state's asking for the 18 months state jail.
Anything you want to say?
Sir, I just need just one answer. I'm about to text. You can put me on zero tolerance, sir. I got a receipt here from my daughter. I just fixed her papers last week, sir. And if it's for the 20th, if I had no interest of completing or paying for my consequences that I did 4 years ago, I've been doing good for 4 years, sir. I haven't even. The only thing on my record now is just a ticket for not stopping at not stopping completely at a stop sign. So that's it.
Do you know what the truth is?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the truth means? Truth?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
Telling you the truth, sir. And that's the truth. I was just
Why was your probation revoked? The
My
first
pro-
time?
because I couldn't stay clean, so I couldn't report because the same thing, because that was back then. So you can hear a part of me now. You can do blood test. I don't.
Oh, we're gonna work on your schedule.
No.
We're gonna do what you want.
No, sir. I just need to maintain my family, sir. I mean, I just need one chance, sir. That's all it takes.
So you failed to report. Is that what happened? You just didn't report on that other probation?
Because I couldn't stay clean. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
why didn't you report?
Because I was scared, sir. Because I was dirty. No, and I found.
No, I mean. Why couldn't you report? Why didn't you report? They could help you.
Nah, it was I was younger, sir, and I didn't know.
Did you know better?
I didn't know better back then.
How old were you?
I was 20 at the time, sir.
Oh. Oh, is that like a 3-year-old? You were an adult for 3 years.
Please, sir. I have 2 kids, sir. 3 and 2.
How many did you have 3 years ago?
Nothing, sir. Everything happened after this accident happened, sir. I've changed my life, sir. I got married. I got 2 kids now. I got 72% down on my degree. I should be projected to graduate on spring of 2023, sir, from LIT. I got a permanent job right now at Dow Chemical as a maintenance guy, sir.
Why did they revoke your probation?
So I was ready to appear, sir.
Hmm?
Ready to appear to my probation date.
That was him?
Yes, sir.
That was the only reason?
That was, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, you went to Mexico.
Yes, sir, that's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't. That's not what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't.
Did you forget you went to Mexico? You fled to Mexico?
I was scared, sir. I was young.
So let's get this straight. So your probation was revoked
Yes, sir.
in February 8th of 2019.
Yes, sir.
You learn your lesson?
Yes, sir.
You did learn a lesson.
And I just made it slip.
Did
sir.
you made a slip?
Yes, sir.
When did you make the slip?
In 2019, sir. When I
How
did,
how long after you were sentenced
a
to
few months-
state jail and your probation was revoked? How long was it that you committed another offense?
A few months, sir.
A few months,
And after that is not.
less than 3 months.
Yes, sir. And after that, there was nothing more, sir. I learned my lesson, sir. I just need one chance, sir.
I'm sorry, you had your chance on the last case that you failed on.
I need one chance, sir.
Anything else?
So nothing further from the station.
Look, you're pleading. This court gets so frustrated because you have more than you had a chance when you placed you on probation. Then the lady next door placed you on probation. In 2015, you failed on that in 2019. You fled the country.
In my way back.
You fled your country, this country. We couldn't find you.
I turned myself in, though, sir. I turned myself
Wait.
to the probation
Wait.
officer.
Here's the problem.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me very closely. You don't set the rules. You're not the judge. You're not the boss, but you decided you were in your case. You set the rules. But you learned a lesson. You learned such a great lesson that in 3 months you were committing another crime.
And after that, I've never done anything more, sir. 4 years now.
I'm sorry, one was too many. We made a big deal about it. We made a big deal. You fled to Mexico to run away from this, answering to this crime and fessing up to it.
Just wanna take-
So we sentenced you. Right after that, you commit another crime, and here you are. But you really learned your lesson this time, really.
Yes, sir. I have, look, sir, if I can just show you. So, yes.
Hey,
Yes,
don't
sir.
hide behind your kids.
I'm-
Don't use them as a shield from your responsibilities. Don't use them as a shield from your mistakes when you knew better.
I didn't have-
Shame on you.
I didn't have.
Shame on you for being a bad parent.
I didn't have.
Shame
them,
on
sir.
you
I
for
didn't-
being a bad person who didn't follow the
I
rules.
didn't have them, sir. I had them after the thing happened, sir. They weren't not even. They weren't even in my timeline until this happened. Then I learned my lesson, sir. I got married in 2021, sir.
Okay, so she had children.
No, I had my first baby was born in 2020. This case happened in 2019, July 2019. It's 4 years now, sir, and I have not committed any other crimes,
yeah.
sir. And I've been going to school all this time, and I can show you my records right here from school, sir, from LIT, sir.
Why did you get in trouble a second time? How many times does it?
I just.
Do you keep interrupting everybody? Is that the way you do things? You interrupt everybody
So,
because you want it on your terms. You're the boss. That's it. No, it's pretty just like the guy before you. You want to be in control. It's your rules. You want to set your rules, and you want to be able to have all the time in the world to try to talk your way out of responsibility. Shouldn't have committed the second crime. Shouldn't have committed the first one. Anything else?
No, sir.
Earlier, you pleaded guilty here voluntarily to this state jail felony of theft. In 235207, you were mentally competent to do so. You understand the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty once again of another crime. And this is the state jail felony of theft. I am following this agreement. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for 18 months, as the state has requested, and I find that the state's request is reasonable under these circumstances. You were placed on probation earlier in the early case of cause number While on probation, you violated the probation, not only failing to report, but fleeing to Mexico. You returned back, your probation was revoked. You were sentenced to 15 months in the state jail for burglary of a building. Then just 3 months later, you were committing the state jail felony of theft. Along with some other people who were stealing things from people who were shopping at the HEB pantry. Also, apparently there was an event at a Walmart as well. You were the driver of the car that was used in the thefts. And the items that were stolen were found in the car. And understand that the rules are supposed to be followed and people are not supposed to be victimized. And you say you got children now. The question is, why couldn't you have grown up and be a mature adult like you are on your own without having children to say, well, now I'm going to follow the rules? It ought to be enough that you should appreciate and respect other people and their property. I don't really find it. I'm a parent, I'm a grandparent. And I can't imagine using my children or my grandchildren to throw them in front of a judge to try to ask for leniency, because those children, they're not part of this. It's your choices, your decision.
And just like that, another case closes. But the lessons it leaves behind are anything but simple. What we witnessed today was a courtroom unraveling layers of accountability, excuse after excuse, and a judge who refused to let any of it slide. A defendant facing a family violence charge carrying up to 10 years walked into court while under a tuberculosis quarantine. No mask, no lawyer, and no GPS device he'd been ordered to wear. The judge was stunned. Here was a man who claimed he couldn't work, couldn't hire an attorney, and couldn't leave his home due to a medical quarantine, yet somehow found his way into a packed courtroom, potentially exposing everyone inside to a serious illness. Common sense, as the judge put it, went completely out the window. But that was only the beginning. In a separate matter, we watched the sentencing of Hosea Espinosa, who had pleaded guilty to a state jail felony of theft. His attorney argued he had turned his life around. A job at Dow Chemical, a family, and a degree nearly completed. But the record told a different story. A prior burglary conviction, probation violated by fleeing to Mexico, and just 3 months after being sentenced to 15 months in state jail, another theft, serving as the getaway driver while others stole from shoppers at an HEB and a Walmart. The judge handed down 18 months in state jail and delivered words that cut to the core. Don't hide behind your children to shield yourself from your own choices. Being a parent should not be the reason you follow the rules. Respecting other people and their property should be enough. 2 defendants. 2 very different cases. One undeniable truth. Accountability isn't optional, and the courtroom will always demand it. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button. And drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns. Because justice never gets old.